how can you participate better in the decision-making process? So the idea with this is that, look, I don't care how you got to the party. You're at the party and you're expected to dance. So the idea with that is that unless there's any restrictions, you're all equal around the table. You may find that especially, say, for example, in your committees, where you have maybe a trustee from your board sitting on that committee, plus some citizens that are on that committee as well. It doesn't matter how you got put on that committee. The fact is you're all committee members, you all have the same equal rights and responsibilities, and you're expected to participate. You're expected to participate fully in making decisions and to make a meeting function well. So you've got to think about what are the things you need to do to have awesome meetings. And when you're actually at the meeting, what can you do to help move the meeting along? May I tell you what you could do before the meeting? I know it seems self-evident, but read the agenda. But I mean more than just read the agenda to figure out what's on there. If you take nothing else away, read it from the point of view of action, not reaction. Say you have a report, be it from a committee or a staff member that says, "Board, we should do X." Reading for reaction is like, yeah, do I support X or not? Yeah, a good idea, not a good idea. Okay, we'll see. Reading for reaction is, reading for action is, okay, does this decision make the best, is deciding X going to allow us to make the best decision moving forward in light of what our goals and objectives are? If the answer is no, then why is it no? Why do I think it's not the best decision? What would it take for me to agree with that decision? Do I need to do some tinkering with it? Do we need to make some amendments to it? Is there information I'm missing? What do I need to know that would get me to support X? If you want to change things up, there's nothing like putting pen to paper or fingertips to your keyboard, whatever works for you. I'm still a pen and paper kind of gal. But actually thinking about, if I want to put forward an alternative motion, what is it? As opposed to trying to make it up on the fly. Nobody said you had to walk into your meetings cold. And having it in writing makes it really clear to me, what do I think is important? What needs to happen? I also want to consider, what's my point of view? Now, I'm not saying you have to be so rigid that this is the way it's going to be and that's the only way. I'll consider other points of view. But really, what do I think is best going into this meeting for dealing with those issues that are there? I suggest making 3 brief notes on any of the topics, 3 points. Anything more than that, good luck remembering them. Anything less than that, looks like you just, we're thinking off the top of your head. During the meeting, these are just debate manners, just so you know, in case no one ever told you. Be nice, direct all comments through the chair, all that sort of good stuff that you see happening. But I just thought I'd put it out there. That's what we'll call debate manners. But what's more important, what can I do to even be a better debater? So some of the things you've seen, like the 3 points: prioritize my comments, put long motions in writing. Did I mention putting long motions in writing? It just makes it so much easier if you've got multiple points that need to be covered. This way you're not missing a thing. You can make sure you're not missing any gaps are there. Draft alternatives, that always helps. If you say, I don't think we should do X, I think we should do Y, I'll draft. Here's my, here's Y, and here's what I think, the reason why I think Y is the better choice than X. And I'll state at the start, right, I'm for this motion, I'm against this motion. I don't know what I'm for or against, I just need more information. Giving people what I'll call verbal hooks to hang on to makes meetings work a lot better. Ask if it's unclear, be clear what you think is important. Avoid repeating points that have already been made. The way you express your opinion is, can we please vote? That is ultimately how you express your opinion, is with the vote. Pick your battles. You don't have to speak up on every issue. If everything has been covered off with what you think is important that needs to be said, sometimes there's something to be said for, okay, let's just go to the vote. I don't need to chime in here because I'm not adding anything new. The other thing that it does as a trustee is that everybody whips their head around when the person who usually doesn't talk at all suddenly pipes up. Okay, so if you're actually in the debate, just ways you can present your opinion a little more effectively. Show how it meets the needs. Highlight if it fits with your vision and strategic plans. Because if you've spent a lot of work saying, hey, this is our vision and our game plan and where we're going, if you want to show how this fits in there, it's showing that whole idea of alignment, that everything's working together. Debate a positive point if it hasn't been seen. Now, if I don't think it's the best decision, I'm going to be thinking about different ways showing not how it is. I'm going to concede points, saying, that's good, but you forgot to think about this or that. You know, it's recognizing, sometimes you just have to say, I recognize the validity of the other option, but this is why I think it's a better option. After the meeting, do whatever you've been tasked to do, because that's part of getting that information flow, things that are going from there. Report back to committees if that's something that if you're a member of a committee, having to report back, support the chair. Basically, recognize once the decision's been made, there we go. Here we are.